Morning. It is October 5th. I'm first morning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk, where we get together just about 7 days a week. We chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day off on the right note. And if not, well, we need to work on it. Drop something in the comment box, all right? Here's a look outside, and just as expected, when I was talking to you last night on WESH 2 News at 11, I was thinking we were going to wake up with a few additional clouds. And lo and behold, my friends, what do we see but a few additional clouds? There's a look. This is from our Cocoa Tower cam. And of course, we're looking off in the distance and we're seeing those clouds. Otherwise, it's a really nice start to the day. Let's check out our first morning Doppler radar and see what's doing. And across the metro area, we are nice and quiet, though do notice it is not a perfectly dry start. So over to Brevard County's coast we go, and indeed, we are watching little pockets of showers. Let me loop this, and you can kind of see some of them coming in around Cocoa Beach. We'll zoom in even further. A reminder, you can always get our WESH 2 first warning Doppler radar live right on your cell phone, okay? You can see it here. Most everywhere you can get a radar, but can you get a live radar? That's the question. If you go to the WESH mobile app, let me pull it up here for you. If you click on, let me bring this full screen for you. How did it know? How did it know to go? If you click on these top three buttons there, and you click on weather, you click plus, and you click radar, you get the radar, right? But this is not our live radar. This just defaults to a national radar. If you click in that bottom corner right there, the layers button, this is where you can get into some trouble. And I mean that in a good way. Top left corner, first warning live Doppler radar. That gets you to our high resolution live radar. The same one we use in the Weather Center, we put out live on our apps and in even wesh.com. So just a heads up, and you can track these showers. A little pocket of heavier rain coming right into Cocoa Beach too. Look at that. Zoom in here and you can just kind of see that downpour right over A1A out near the Minuteman Causeway. So anyway, the moisture has definitely started coming in. That's going to continue for us. Let's look at the dew point temperatures in the upper 60s for some, lower 70s for others. That dew point temperature is a direct measurement of moisture in the atmosphere, and so is, as such, the morning lows are a bit warmer. It's 71 degrees right now in Ocala and the Villages, and that's some of the more comfortable readings. Frankly, Palm Bay, you're at 68. Enjoy that while you can. It's 73 in Orlando, a little milder. 75 degrees right now in Kissimmee. So yeah, it's a little bit milder. Carolyn, sorry I used the climate app from NOAA. Do you have velocity available? We do not have velocity. I mean, we have it. Here's our radar. Oh, and I forgot to mention these showers up here into Flagler County as well. Yeah, you can use other apps for radar, but those I can't promise anything. Our radar, there is our velocity on our radar, but yeah, we don't put that out on the app. The reality is just not enough people use it. But there's our sweep going through. Some showers. Obviously, not much wind up there in Flagler County, but we definitely have some showers to contend with, so not too bad at all. Now, the forecast today, exactly what I was going with yesterday. A nice start to the day, lots of sun, though the clouds are building. And then we'll get into the opportunities for showers and thunder showers, even potentially. 1 or 2 thunderstorms possible by the afternoon. About 90 degrees our high temperature today, 30% coverage of rain. So the rain chances have ticked up just a little bit, ticked up. Let's see here. Tina, I wish the app would save the setting of the live radar, not have to adjust every time. I know. I feel I don't even know how I would put that feature request in, if I'm being honest with you. Catherine, good morning. It was nice to see your smiling face on WESH. Thank you very much. I was falling asleep, but I was trying to, I was trying to take one for the team there. Chandra, good morning to you. Chris, hope you're doing well. Good morning. Hope you're doing okay. All right, so that's where we're at this morning. What about this afternoon? And then we need to talk a little bit about some other things. Yeah. All right, so this afternoon, highs around 90 in the interior. Going with 90 flat in Orlando, upper 80s out west. Notice the beachside areas, mid to upper 80s. So a beautiful day. I do think the temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer than average today. Just kind of goes for the whole idea that, we're talking about those rain chances kind of, I would say that those rain chances are just slightly elevated. It's not going to be a bad one. Just going to see that higher rain chance. And that, frankly, is going to continue over the next couple of days. So why? Why is our rain chance going up? Let's take a look at the kind of weather perspective as it stands right now. You've got an old front and a storm system out around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Okay? You've got tropical moisture to our east. And both of these little things are generally working closer and closer to Central Florida. So what they end up doing, especially Thursday into Friday, is we watch this really ramping up our rain chances. Seriously, I mean, it's going to be a noticeable difference over the next few days. Now, that also translates to our muggy meter. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. We go from a nice, comfortable setup with dew points in the 50s and 60s last week, even the week before, to humid weather today and irritating weather mid to late week. That's the summer pattern. The summer pattern is that irritating air. So, yeah, I do think we're going to be watching those rain chances rising going into the weekend. Yeah, Hazel's asking, yard sale on Saturday, will it rain? The answer is yeah, it looks like it's going to rain. 90 degrees today, 90 degrees tomorrow. We're going with a 30% chance of showers both days. But notice your Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's when we start to see those rain chances really peaking up. Okay? All right. Let's talk a little bit about the weather pattern as it stands right now. I think it would be kind of interesting. So, there is a ton of moisture in the panhandle. Let's take a look at some surface maps, shall we? Stand by. Let me just do this. All right, so this is the surface map from Sunday. And I'm using this because they haven't published the surface map yet for yesterday. I think it comes out... I think that they've made it, but they haven't published it yet, okay? All right, so here's the surface map for Sunday. Let's just take a couple of comparisons here, okay? So you've got moisture in the panhandle. You've got a trough around Texas. You've got a little area of low pressure over the desert southwest. Let's go back one cycle in Ada. Ready? Whoa. Low pressure in the southwest. Trough over Texas. There's Tropical Depression Fred. That's August 17th. Let's go back one more cycle with Ada. Stormy weather over Florida and into the Panhandle. Trough, an actual area of low pressure over Texas. Trough over the southwest. My friends, what we are experiencing right now, while it may not be tropical in nature, Ada has entered the room one last time. One last time. George Washington's going home. You know that. If you're a Hamilton fan, you know. Didn't develop tropically, but it did develop. The science is always there. It's kind of like the things that I've missed. Why didn't I forecast 100% of the tropical systems this year? Because the science was there. I just didn't pick up on it. But there's Ada right there. As Jeff Foxworthy would say, there's your sign. Okay? So we are now in the home stretch, and now it's going to be up to kind of the modeling and the BSR to just see what happens next. Tiffany says, I think after coffee talk, I'm going back to bed. I wish I could. I am doing the noon and 4 today, so I have to figure out how to, psych myself up to wake up. Yeah. Bleh. But anyway, I just thought that was very interesting in comparing, going from cycle to cycle to cycle. Yeah. So Ada is indeed recycling Sunday into Monday especially, and then today it's kind of lifting up to the north. But yeah, kind of one of those. Was that Bill Engvall? Ay, Gewalt. I'm sorry. Thank you, Angela. See, this is why I need you in my life. So anyway, I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit. again, if you missed it, this is Sunday. You've got your moisture in the panhandle, all right? Trough near Texas, trough over the southwest, some moisture up near the Great Lakes. There's your moisture in the Great Lakes. There's your trough over Florida, trough Texas, trough desert southwest. We'll go back one more cycle. Trough over the Great Lakes, trough over Florida, trough over Texas, trough over the desert southwest. So there you go. Yeah. This is Eta, the last hit of Eta. So we ended up getting a couple of tropical systems out of it. And now we're entering, definitely entering into a new pattern. I mean, if you just look at the wider perspective, there's your storm system now exiting from the Great Lakes. It's already moved into the northeastern United States and is moving out. There's your moisture still over the desert southwest. And this is all kind of part of that trough from Texas. It's already moved on. So bottom line, though, is there's the kind of Eta part of the pattern right there. We're getting a nice easterly breeze. That front is dying out, but we're definitely entering into this newer part of the LRC cycle. Judy is asking, Eric, why are you not on YouTube anymore? I'm pretty sure I'm on YouTube. I'm not on the WESH YouTube page because I couldn't get it to work, if I'm honest with you. I think I'm on youtube.com. Yeah, I'm on live right now. There it is. youtube.com. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on live right now. There it is. So there you go. There's your brief answers. Yes, I am still on YouTube. I just may not be where you were looking. All right, out to the tropics we go. Do want to mention there is one area that we are monitoring. It has a low-end 10% chance of formation. Here's a closer inspection. You can see that moisture sitting off to the east of us. This is not going to get going into anything, but it is going to help to bring us kind of that uptick in opportunity for moisture. So over the next couple of days, we're looking for it more and more. Jennifer says, saw you on the news last night. You look great. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that very much. Daryl, my friends, let me know LA was like Florida last night with the thunderstorms and lightning show. See, and that was a part of the Eta pattern. It didn't directly tie into Eta, but every time Eta cycled, if you look, you know, what was going on out in Louisiana on July 7th? Louisiana, good gravy. I thought LA, I said Louisiana. LA, Los Angeles. Look what's going on out there. Areas of low pressure. What's going on again? Areas of low pressure. What's going on again? Areas of low pressure. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting scenario. And now we're getting into that observation mode again. Aiden, I see you on YouTube. Good morning. Now we're getting into that observation mode again where we're starting to look to see how that plays out. Is EDBD at Tinkerfield going to be a washout? Is that already around? Here's the thing. Earth Day birthday. I thought Earth Day was in April. Help me understand, Oliver. Is that coming up this weekend? I know I'd like to make some event graphics. That's a part of what I'd like to do today when I get into the office. Shauna, good morning. Becca, good morning. Dave over on YouTube. Have a great day, everyone. Is there a force field around Florida now keeping these hurricanes away from us? If there is, I will take it. But the question then is, what do the models say? Let's switch over and see what it's doing. By the way, I've got it kind of zoomed into the Gulf of Mexico, the extreme Western Atlantic, and the Caribbean because, this time of year in the month of October, let's just dig this thing up. During the month of October, that's when we usually start focusing. Here. If we're going to tell the story, let's tell the story. So for the month of September, you still kind of watch that open Atlantic for those areas of tropical moisture to cross all the way over, and then there's your hot zones. Okay, that's September. When you start looking into October, those zones start zeroing in more and more and more closer to home, which means we have to start watching more the Western Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean Sea. Laura says, yes, Earth Day birthday was supposed to be in April. It was rescheduled because of the Rona. Oh, okay, then we'll have to do a forecast for it. I was like, I grew up in Central Florida, man. I remember, what number is this? I remember EDBDX being a big one. How's the Western Caribbean looking like for next Thursday through Sunday? Well, we'll look at the model here in a second. Daryl, could this small trough off the Bahamas be the first system as part of the LRC for next year? So it could. Usually there is somewhat of an overlap. You know, I'm texting Gary Lezak right now. I want to get him on for coffee talk real quick. Not necessarily today. Hey, buddy, could I get you on coffee talk for like 5 minutes just to chat about the LRC and what we do at this phase? Question mark. Talking about how the old pattern exits and the new pattern enters, yada, yada, yada. All right. I'm going to try and get Gary on this week. Just a quick pop on to chat about, kind of where we're going here, stepping forward, how that all works. If he worked the night shift like I did, because he's a chief meteorologist at his station. So, maybe he responds, maybe he doesn't. I usually get a text if he's watching, so I know he's not watching Coffee Talk, or I don't think he's watching Coffee Talk, but it would be nice to just say, like, okay, Gary, you're the master. I mean, I kind of have an idea of what we're doing here, but from you, like, what do we do? Where are we in the LRC? Like, how does that play out with the transition? Yada, 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 yada. So, anyway, let's see here. Okay. When in November would be good to book a cruise to the Bahamas? In the mood for a Bahama Mama. Listen, Janice, I mean, it's at this point, we don't know the LRC yet because it's just starting to enter. So it's kind of, we're in this blind spot. But I do want to remind you that during the month of October and during the month of November, we do still get tropical systems, For example, here's 4 noteworthy tropical systems that occurred during the month of October. Michael, we remember that beast in the panhandle. Matthew, we're at the anniversary of Matthew, 5 years, right? Which, by the way, marks the beginning of Coffee Talk. Some of you maybe have been around since the beginning. I have. Chuck says, looking forward to hearing Mr. Lezak again, as am I. I always love talking to him. Sandy, we remember Superstorm Sandy, which was the first storm system that I stood at the beach for Wesh on. So, yeah, 9 years for that one. And then, of course, Wilma. We long-time Floridians, I remember Wilma. I remember sitting at the video switcher over at the other television station I worked at for what seemed like days. As that moved through. So anyway, these are October systems. Point being, the tropics are not done and over with. And if you look at November, the November systems are usually kind of old frontal boundaries. So anyway, there's that. All right, let's look at the models and see what's doing. All right, enough talking, Burris. Good gravy. All right, so here we are. You can see that area of low pressure up there around we'll call it the mouth of the Mississippi. That's fine enough. Rolling through, high pressure over us. That's fine. You can kind of see the breakdown right in here of the kind of the breakdown in that high pressure. That's that little piece of energy that we're tracking off of our East Coast, lifting through. Tiffany says, I went through Sandy. Blank that. Never want to go through that again. I feel you. I feel you, bro. All right. Watch right in here. The model's wanting to do some interesting things off of our East Coast. The 12th. That, by the way, is very much a part of the new pattern. The new pattern for the LRC usually starts around October 10th. That is going to be an indicator. So for our friends in the Carolinas, that's an early signal that we may have something. Then look what happens over here. Look at that. October 13th, right? Puerto Rico, something out by you, my friends, and getting bigger. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff. Now, I will say, even though that's going to be a clear indicator, I don't know that, I don't know that I'm going to make much mention of it in our 2022 hurricane season forecast. I don't know. I have to chat with Gary. I need to chat with Jeremy and kind of figure that out. But that is going to be, Puerto Rico is part of the United States, so we'll probably throw that in there. But, that's, if that plays out the way that it's showing, that would be a clear indicator as well that next year Puerto Rico may have to deal with something. All right. And then that's Saturday the 16th. It's showing broad areas of low pressure out here, so that's something. And then like another little something. Nothing, nothing all that crazy organized or anything, but nevertheless. I mean, I will say in consulting the BSR, which is, of course, the tool that we use a lot this time of year because we're blind on the LRC. So consulting the BSR, there's not much of a clear indicator of anything trying to get going. I mean, right there was something. Let me go back. Other than cold fronts, like that is an interesting little scenario, and that would translate to be around the 18th, October 18th/19th. Kind of an indicator there. Not 100% sure, but there's something there. So anyway, point being 18th into the 19th. The models are not really going bonkers on anything in the Gulf, but they are trying. I mean, there's the 18th. It's kind of got low pressure from the Gulf of Mexico into the Caribbean, so there may be something out that way. Yeah. Don't neglect Puerto Rico. I guess we've never done it as a part of the LRC, so I would be a little. I don't know. My first focus is Florida, and then my second focus is the United States, the lower 48. And then after that, my worry is if we show something into Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico is so far into the tropics that I just feel like the accuracy would go down because there's many more opportunities for things to go through. But we'll have to see not only how this first cycle plays out, but like how cycle 2 and 3 play out over the winter. Are there storm systems that move out that way? Because if there are, then, maybe we do include it. But it's way out there. It's a little further away from the core of the LRC cycle, so I just don't know. We may be focusing just on the lower 48. I don't know. Janice says, just make the humidity go away, please. Remember, I don't have control. As long as you know I don't have control. That's all. I don't. I really don't. All right. So here's what we've got. Rain chances going up the next couple of days, my friends. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Cecilia, but today's going to be great. Y'all stay blessed, not stressed. I love it. I love it. All right, so rain chances are going up, my friends. Humidity and rain chances are going up. I hope you've enjoyed this little reprieve that we had because it's gone. Shauna says it's Taco Tuesday, everyone. It is. I know what I'll be making for dinner. That's okay. Use your magic wand. Oh, well. All right. Anybody have any questions? I'm tired, so I may end up wrapping this thing, 2, 3, 4 minutes early. Is that okay? Hope that's okay. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, any of that stuff? Just looks like rain. You should see if you have control. Draw a low humidity map and see what happens. I've been watching Manifest, and that's kind of the thought of that son of their son, right? Cal, he's like, I don't want to draw it because if I draw it, it'll come true. Daryl says, hello, Summer. Welcome back. Take a seat for a while. That's right. Rose is asking, did I miss any news about any hurricanes? No. Thankfully, we're not talking about anything big happening in our direction. But we're watching the models, see how it all plays out. All right? All right, that's all I got for you on a Taco Tuesday. I am on Wesh 2 News today at noon and at 4, I think. Hold on. Today. Yeah. Noon and 4 today. And noon and 4 tomorrow. All right. So that's what I got. We are doing outdoor shows coming up in Virginia and Kentucky. Did you share what those areas will look like rain-wise? I didn't because I don't forecast for them. I'm sorry. It looks like it's getting better for a couple of days at least. Laura, and here I thought you were a wizard of weather. Dag nabbit. Victor, Futurecast. Of course, buddy. I got you. All right, here's Futurecast. Is Manifest back? No, I've just never seen it. So this is all new for me. Super good show, by the way. All right, a couple of showers this morning off of the coast, which that lines up perfectly. Through lunchtime, we're going to be good. We are going to be clouding things up more and more. And then notice by about 2, 3, 4 o'clock, there go the showers and the thunder showers. And they'll continue, especially through sunset out west. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. Coming down this weekend for the Parks. Will it be a washout or hit and miss? It looks like it's going to be hit or... Well, let's look at the long range stuff. Stand by. All right, so there's Wednesday. Friday's looking stormy. Here's Saturday. I mean, you know, for what it's worth, Friday night, look at Saturday morning. Saturday morning is looking stormy. And then more coming in the afternoon. So it's looking like it's wanting to be more and more washouty than anything. Yeah, which I don't love. I don't love that. Dag nabbit. With the LRC, Mike's asking, how do you know which pattern to use each year since each year is different? You observe it. So October and November, think of that as making a stamp. And then that stamp just gets stamped over and over and over again. So October and November, I am going into hardcore note-taking mode over the next couple of days. Seriously. And from there, we will identify the pattern going forward. All right? Let's see here. I love the rain. Bring it on in Bellevue. I love it. Janice, yes, it's on Netflix, which is where I've been watching it. Sonia, good morning. Netflix renewed their new season. Yeah, Netflix just renewed it for a new season. Sonia, we were talking about you last night, by the way. Yeah. All right. Anything else, people? All right, I'm done. I'm going to go relax until I have to run into the office in just a couple of minutes. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'll see you today for Wesh 2 News at noon and Wesh 2 News at 4.